So for hide tanning, the tools that you're going to need are the scraping tools. And the scraping tool is used to remove the hair off of the hide. And we have different styles that we use. This one is made from like a high-grade steel. And this one here is made from an elk antler. And it has one of the blades off of a piece of farm equipment, and they used a piece of rubber off of what they do is cut like a tire tube and make some lacing, and they tighten it around to keep the metal hooked onto it. And the way they're used is you hold them like this and you pull with a lot of pressure on there and it removes the hair. So we have those two styles of scrapers. What we do with them is we sharpen them with a file, and we don't use the file very often. It's just to get the edge, and then what we'll use is a knife and just kind of finish it like you're honing the sharpness of the blade. And this other tool, it looks like a scraper, but it doesn't have quite a 90-degree angle on it, and it's used for softening and fluffing the hide in the later steps where you don't want to remove layers of the epidermis off the hide. You just want to soften it when the hide is stiff. So that's what that tool is for. And then we have the fleshers, and with the fleshers we use the two styles. So we have the metal flesher, which is more modern, and with these tools, they have little teeth on the end. It's not very sharp at all, and it's used to remove the flesh. So you would hit the hide directly like this, not in a downward motion, but straight out. And as you're hitting, the flesh would come down, and you'll be able to see like the vein tracks. And that's what you want to see. You don't want to have any stringies left behind. So the teeth of this tool should be quite close together and not too far apart. And that's the metal one, and it's like a solid steel, so it's a lot of weight to hit on the hide, but it doesn't rip the hide, and to me it works a lot better than using the female bone flesher off of the moose, because with this tool it's very light and you have to hit a lot harder. And it also has teeth, and this you have to watch not to drop it and things like that, because the teeth break off. And it is made from the lower leg of a female moose. And the natives believe that you use the female leg of the moose because not only is it shorter in length than the male, but the females have more calcium in their bones, so it has less tendency to crack and break. So that's what this one is made out of. And then we just put home tan hide on the end where this string is coming out. It's kind of cool because the bone has a natural little hole in there where you hook your string to. And then they just sew a little piece of hide around, and that's for hanging it up so you don't drop it on the ground and break the teeth. So it's all natural if you use that, and it's to whatever you prefer when you're tanning. You're going to have certain tools that work for you. It's like a sewing machine. They're all temperamental, and you'll find out which works better for you. And like you can make your own if you want by collecting bones, or even this one here. It's made from a car spring, and it has natural bends, and they would just heat that in a fire and with an anvil and a hammer on it and bend it. And this one was made by an elder. She would heat it in the fire and then use, she had like a railroad track, part of a railroad track, and then she'd hammer it and get it to bend to where she wanted it. So, and this is a more modern one my son-in-law makes, and with these they could either weld a larger piece to a smaller piece of metal and then they grind it off, or they have new like laser equipment where they just put the piece of steel there and cut out the hole shape and bend it. So modern, this is more modern, and this is the old way here in these two. These are the hide tanning tools that you're going to be using, and feel free to try each one out and which one suits you best before you decide on maybe purchasing your own or making your own, because you're all going to have a like and a dislike. Some are going to be too heavy or too bulky for your hand, and I hope you enjoy the hide tanning course and eventually make some hide tanning tools of your own.